Hey everybody, and welcome back to We the Revolution. This is Act 3, Day 5, and the revolutionaries are only at minus 19 and not minus 20. Amazing. Alright, let's get started here. And hopefully you can't hear any humming in the background. I believe my neighbor is running his clothes dryer or something, and we share a wall, so hopefully you won't hear that and be distracted by it. Oh, that's right, we do have someone that wants to be, well, all of the factions want this person dead, so that's good for our revolutionary opinion score there. What are the news that came through, though? Dear citizen, we are incredibly thankful. For the first time, we have the feeling that someone is listening to us. We shall help the men to fight. Okay, because we signed the, whatever the pledge was, for women's equality. Signed the Women of Paris. And I was a soldier once, so this is the guy we told he could no longer be a guard. Prestige and justice. I repeated those words over and over again in my mind as I watched this young man's possibilities to make a living become crushed with his dreams. It's a real shame, but there were more important things we should care for, or we won't deserve to be part of the revolution. Reputation +3, revolutionaries +4. I mean, don't rough the man up, but he can't keep his job. All right, why is my book highlighted? I don't know. Alright, who are you, madam? Midwife Cessier. Aye, that's me. Did you strangle Mr. and Mrs. Peake's child? I had to, Monsieur le Juge. Unfortunately, the child was born a girl. Why does that require strangling the child? You will burn in hell. What do you mean? You're a man. You wouldn't understand. I just want women to stop suffering. Well, you flubbed up because women have equality now, according to the piece of paper I just signed. So, then why do you strangle them? As I said, you wouldn't understand. She's crazy. She does, in fact, sound less than logical. We'll put it that way. So, let's see. Daughter of Jean and Marie Peake died immediately after birth. The father testified that he heard the child crying loudly and intensely, yet when he entered the room occupied by his wife, one servant, and the midwife, his daughter was not breathing. The doctor, called by Mr. and Mrs. Peake, arrived the next day. He noticed strangulation marks on the infant's neck, and he was the one who informed the guard. The investigator was unable to interrogate the parents, as they were both in shock and filled with despair. We found numerous signs of the birth in the untidy bedroom. Among them were forceps left by the midwife, who, as we learned from the servant, left in a great hurry. It looked as though she were escaping. We managed to establish the midwife's identity as Claudine Cessier. People say she has bad luck when it comes to delivering girls, as most of her infant female patients did not make it. We decided to arrest her as a suspect. Investigators found an open Bible on her kitchen table. Evidence: Cessier's Bible is an old, cheap, and worn-out edition. She has underlined numerous excerpts in pencil. Alright. Well, let's unlock the question, shall we? The method, the offender's personality, and the instrument of the crime. We have 2 traps and 3 questions to reveal. Well, we know strangulation marks, forceps. Forceps may have been the instrument of the crime. You may have strangled the child with forceps, not your bare hands. Strangulation marks were the method, and the Bible is the offender's personality. There you go, all questions unlocked. Oh, there's only 3 questions. Well, I mean, I guess I should know that because we only answered 3 questions, but it's still surprising to see that. And they're all off with your head. Okay. Was the child born alive? One moment as I adjust my own volume here. Yes, Monsieur le Juge. Did you strangle it with your own hands? No. I have a special bead necklace. It would be faster if I just broke their necks, but I'm not able to do it. I put forward a proposal to immediately conclude this interrogation with a death sentence. Not yet. Citizen, how could you do something so terrible? I do it for them, Monsieur le Juge, not for myself. I have suffered enough, and they will not have to. Do you believe in God, woman? No, Monsieur le Juge. Well, then why did you have the Bible that you've marked up so well? What about the Bible in your house? The Bible is not a holy book, but a manual for men so they can ruin our lives. Explain? The letter to the Ephesians, for example, instructs wives, submit yourself to your husbands as you do to the Lord, for the husband is the head of the wife. Men hear that in church and then treat women worse than animals. But are you not doing worse by killing them? I'm helping them. How exactly? Men are dying in the war, so there are fewer and fewer of them, so women have to fight over them. If there are fewer women, men will finally begin to respect them. Okay, not... Like, I think I follow you, but I do not agree with you, madam. That woman is possessed. Did men not respect you? My father gave me to a man. He beat me for 8 years until he finally drunk himself to death. The revolution stands against religious superstition. You do not have to. Does it? You fight for brotherhood, but you don't care for your sisters? But you don't care for your sisters, period. No, we do. I mean, we signed the piece of paper. Like, you're wrong, lady. Why did you leave the house in such a hurry? The child was dead. There was nothing more I could help them with. Did you charge them for the birth? No, I couldn't. Why? Let me ask you again, why did you not take money from Mr. and Mrs. Peake? Stop tormenting me. I didn't do it for myself. I just want other women to have a better life than me. If there are fewer of us than men, our 1,000-year nightmare will come to an end. That tiny girl's whole short life was a nightmare. Well, you know what? I don't feel bad about it in the slightest. Did the defendant confess? Yes. Was her act kind of revolutionary? I don't think so. What did the woman confess? Her mother died in a fire. She had 4 miscarriages. Her husband had been beating her for years. What did she use to murder the child? A necklace? Did the defendant accept money? No. She refused. Sign the paper. Alright. Like, I still don't know what the prosecutor's signature, like, this spot here. I mean, there's a thing that's, like, X'd out in previous ones. Like, there was a stamp where, like, it was locked. And I thought maybe we could forge the prosecutor's name eventually, but that didn't happen. So, if we acquitted her, what would happen? Oh, yeah, everyone would hate us. But instead, we're giving you the death penalty, and sadly, we don't get quite as much of a boost from the revolutionaries as I would like. There you go, madam. You should have held out just slightly longer to see how women were treated. Salt merchant Hughes Bossier, I don't know how to pronounce things, persistently refuses to replace his old weights with ones that use the new measuring system. This attachment to the former rules prove the accused is a monarch. Or monarchist. So, you know what? I can murder you. That's fine. Maybe that'll help my revolutionaries. The common folk don't care. They're already loving me. Dylan Bruyere has been treating feminine diseases in a very peculiar way. He was found to have been lying to his patients, saying that to be cured, they had to buy very expensive medicine and spend the night with him. At least 6 women let him trick them. But you're a revolutionary, but I still can't condone that, so sorry. Can I take it back? Alright. Marlene Roussel, a young wife, had sexual intercourse with her husband's friend. When caught red-handed and forced to go to the nearest station with an officer, she offered herself to him in the form of a bribe. Well, off with your head as well. Okay, kind of evened out. Not really, but sort of evened out. There we are. Done. Citizen Cessier, you fill me with disgust, and it is with great relief that I sentence you to death. That's not enough. Have her quartered. I will sleep better knowing that she is not practicing her profession. Yeah, like, what is with this? Like, if we get too many things wrong, we can, like, somehow forge his stuff? The prosecutor has signed your report. Like, why is that still locked? Is it because we've never got so many things wrong that that option opens up? Well, look at us, clad in our gold. Common folk +7, aristocrats +1, reputation +1, influence +1. Alright, move on. We can give a speech if we want to. Why not? Let's give a speech. I'll use my influence to reveal this. So, attached. If they're attached, we want to manipulate them with their attachment. If they're carefree, we want to go careless. If they're withdrawn, we want to be aggressive to draw them out. There you go. Perfect. 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 We finally understand what we're doing. There are no shades of gray to crime, only guilt or innocence. Don't quite agree with that, but if you say so. Look at that, they're satisfied. Today we have a convict who, as they all say, is innocent. Yeah, she never even claimed her innocence. Really? Aggression? You have gained power in France. Now spill the blood of those who oppose the Republic. Look at that. They love it. They're eating it up. Reputation +4. Not that we needed that. Reputation was already perfect. Yet another man hurting women. Patriarchy. I don't think you understand that we've been helping women. I mean, we did ruin the lives of a lot of women to slowly get here to helping women, but that's right, we didn't do the thing in the map where we spent some of our points to get this extra option. So, dinner with officers, the safe path, barricades, provisions, and medicine. Let's go barricades. Everyone hates me just a little bit more. Okay, so they're pushing through to that spot. That's fine. They can have it. Pushing here. And here. Alright, we have no more artillery, which is unfortunate. That may be because of our gunpowder, where we executed the gunpowder man. Let's go remember to do this. Your residence. We want to spend more time with the family. Yes, please. Build barricades. Recruit a logistics specialist. Let's build barricades, please. And 5 influence I'll keep. I mean, I guess we could recruit a logistics because this goes back up, but I don't know if it goes to a set amount every day or if it adds every day. So yeah, you guys can have this. You take it. There you go. There's no one there to protect. So now we have this one. Doesn't matter which one we do it in. So they want to be a neutral attack party. Seems like they have a slightly, well, we have the same number of troops, but they're slightly less effective than us. Yeah, at least they don't have any artillery. So we have a lot of musketeers that we need to deal with. Frontline assault will take out that front line, but then their musketeers are going to do bad things. We could do suppressive fire. We can just do a neutral attack. We can do a defensive attack. I think what I'm going to do is just a neutral attack. I want our front lines to smash home. And I want the back lines, our musketeers, to shoot at their musketeers. So, just do a neutral attack. And they're going to do a frontline assault, which means their defense is down, but their attack is up. They cut down almost all of their musketeers, but they did almost the same to us on our front lines. Well, we'll definitely have to get some reinforcements here. Let's do again. Let's just do a neutral attack again. I mean, we have a ton of I mean, we can shoot at both. Yeah, let's do a suppressive fire because we have a lot of musketeers here against a frontline assault. So that's probably a bad choice for us, honestly. Yeah. That was not what I wanted to see. Alright, can we shoot at both? Can we do it? Yeah, no. Let's suppress a fire, shoot both of them, maybe? Defense. Yeah, that's the only one that looks like it hits both lines. The suppress a fire. Against their defense tactics. There we are. We win. Lost a lot of infantrymen, but saved some gunners. And then this one. Large troops against large troops. They're generally going to be a neutral tactic, it looks like, maybe? I don't know. So, I think it said that last time and they never did a neutral attack. They're very ineffective. We have a huge boost against that. Oh, they do have artillery, though. They do not have any other musketeers, though. That's the good thing. I think we go defensive mode on this one, honestly. We could do suppressive fire. But I need to boost my defense for when that artillery comes in. So let's do a defensive attack, please. They also went for a defensive attack. Oh, but we took down their cannons. Good for us. Oh, they have a lot more infantry than us. So we have to do something about that. Maybe a suppressive fire. Yeah, let's try to use our... Well, frontline assault does a lot of damage too, doesn't it? I think I do a suppressive fire because I want to knock some of them out before they charge us. Suppressive fire against defense. We only took out one of them. How bad for us. They didn't take out any of us. That's good. Alright, so let's do another suppressive fire, perhaps. Against a frontline assault. That's not what I wanted to see. Or maybe it was, because it lowered their defense a little. Alright. I think now we do a little bit of a frontline assault against them. Frontline assault against their defense, unfortunately. Oh yeah, we knocked them down to one person. We're probably gonna lose a guy. Yep. Oh, and he survived. Amazing. I mean, he's not gonna survive this next attack, that's for sure. So we're just burning through infantrymen at this point. Achievement unlocked, the last march. Don't know what that was all about, but sure, whatever. Alright, so they're probably going to hit us hard on all fronts here. You seem pretty well defended. I need more, I was going to say artillery, but I need more infantry up front here. So, how about you give me... Just fill in all the leve and masse you can, please. And you as well. Give me infantrymen. Give me infantrymen. Give me infantrymen. Come on. You could do it, right? There you go. Give me some leve and masse. Why are you being so stubborn? Like, for real? What's your deal, game? Alright, take everybody out then. Take everyone out of here. Leve and masse. Infantry. Then fill the rest with either city guards or musketeers. That would be 8. So, we just don't have a lot of infantry here. So I think I want to go... Trained shooters who are most effective at ranged attack, but who can also fight in close combat. Shooters who are used to defend the city day by day, they perform ranged and melee attacks. Like, which one's better, though? Let's go for... These seem kind of like all around. The city guard seems like maybe they could do both, but not... They're not exceptional at either one. So let's go with that. We have 7 musketeers and 2 city guards, but everybody else is pretty full right now. I mean, we have... Well, actually, we have all these infantry hanging out over here, so we could help with that, actually. Hold on, let's rethink this. Reset. Bring you off the island. So, 12. Here's what I think I want to do. I think I want to do 5 infantrymen. Actually, let's do 5 infantrymen. 5, please. And then, I'm going to give you 7 musketeers. 7 musketeers. 7 musketeers. There you go. I don't know why I was being so finicky there. So, we have a good contingent in back up here, but everything's full. So, let's go ahead and end the day and see what happens then. People escape the city. Reputation plus 12. Act 3, Fraternité, day 6. Alright, I think I will do another day, even though it's almost been half an hour. A rat plague? What's a rat plague doing? Paris is overrun with rats that are spreading an unpleasant skin disease. People are angry and their productivity has decreased. Influence -2, common folk -1, revolutionaries -1. Will the revolutionaries please just quit it? That's all I'm asking you, revolutionaries. So, let's look again. So, the revolutionaries and the common folk want you alive. The aristocrats want you dead. Death penalty would be very bad for us. So, we're going for acquittal. And that's going to hurt the aristocrats very poorly. And by poorly, I mean badly. So, we're going for acquittal here. Hopefully that's warranted. Why are you glowing, notebook? Sir, who are you? Is your name Bastien Baudet? Yes, Monsieur le Juge. You moved into Citizen Soleil's apartment without permission? There's lots of empty apartments in Paris. We chose one of them because we didn't have anywhere else to go. A resourceful man will always find a way to care for his family. Did you ask anyone for permission? There was nobody to ask. It was empty, so we went inside. I couldn't let my children sleep under the open sky. Well, let's see here. Family of a 33-year-old baker, Bastien Baudet, moved into an empty house near Section des Piques. They told the investigator that a few days earlier their house had been hit by a mortar round and the shell's impact broke the ceiling and one of the walls. A few days later, Baudet and his family were discovered by the owner of the seemingly empty house, Citizen Soleil. It turned out that he had not left the house permanently. Several days earlier, a fire broke out in the neighborhood and the Soleil family temporarily ran away to stay with relatives in the suburbs. The legitimate owner of the house soon realized that his silver cutlery was gone, his food supplies were consumed, and some of the furniture had been chopped up and burned in the fireplace. During the interrogation of both families, we learned that the first meeting between the two sides ended with a struggle won by Baudet. Only with thanks to the intervention of the guard was Citizen Soleil able to be rid of the unwanted tenants, and the impetuous baker was detained. I mean, he's just doing his... He was a refugee from the war. I can't fault him on that. Sure, it seems like maybe he stole and sold some silverware, or maybe he didn't. Maybe the accusing party is just mad that this guy beat him in a fair fight. I don't know. But I think definitely for the sake of the revolutionaries and our own skin, we're going to let you go if we can. Oh yeah, we have to unlock the questions, don't we? So, course of events, victim. The struggle, the empty house, the mortar round, silver cutlery, chopped up furniture. There are 2 traps. So, I mean, the mortar round is a course of event. The empty house is also a course of event. Struggle is the victim. Struggle is a course of event. There you go. Empty house is not also the victim. Chopped up furniture. Silver cutlery. Maybe that's the victim? I'm sorry. Well, I guess we're just wrong then. Guess we're just wrong. Well, let's ask the questions that are going to give me the outcome I want. What made you believe that Citizen Soleil's apartment had been abandoned? Nobody was inside and the ash in the fireplace was cold. There's been a bitter chill these nights, so if someone had been living there, there would have been a fire recently. Did you ask the neighbors about the owner? You should have started with that. No. Why? Never occurred to me that I should. I was too busy looking for food for my children. Is this why you stole their silver cutlery? Have you seen the price of butter? Nobody would give me food for wooden spoons. What about meat? Do you know how much they ask for lamb? Bloody merchants. We might have to go against the jury on this one. Is it true that your house was destroyed by artillery fire? Indeed. Was anyone killed? My father-in-law was crushed by rubble and timber. Thank God that nothing happened to the children. A mortar round destroyed your house, and yet you responded by destroying Citizen Soleil's house? Are you talking about the furniture? I had to keep my children warm at night, and I didn't know where they stored the firewood. Was there no brushwood nearby to burn? Was I really supposed to look for it when there was just wood laying around? Paris is dying, and they worry about furniture. We've gotten to it. All right, so Let's just... We're not even going to ask this about the struggle. Let's just answer the questions. Did the defendant confess to the crime? I mean, he confessed, but it's not a crime. Was his act counter-revolutionary? No. Why did the Baudets leave their house? It was destroyed by a mortar round. Did Baudet talk to anyone before entering the house? He did not talk to anyone. Why was the house empty? It was empty. The host had fled from a fire. There you go. Verdict: acquittal. I'm sorry, aristocrats. It has to be this way. Considering the circumstances, I cannot punish you. I can only hope that you will defend Paris with as much determination as you defend your family. To let people go is one thing, but tell me, where will they stay? So you'd rather have them dead than have to be housed and fed? What's wrong with you, Tunville? Okay, here we go. Out to the next day, please. Or at least the next round of this day. Hello, son. How are you feeling today, Bernard? What do you see? Pardon? I asked you what you see. I see a very hurt boy. You, my son. No, you see a monster, mutilated, humiliated, and stripped of his dreams. That's not true. There is much that still awaits you. What is it that awaits me? A career? Look at me. I'll never be able to play again. You wanted that, didn't you? Say it. Never. I don't believe you, and I never will again. You used to say that you would take care of us, but nobody can stop this madness, this terrible revolution, or this damned family, with its corpses rising from their graves to harass the living. It wasn't our fault that my brother did this. That's his problem. Or maybe it is a sign of the times. What about the people who were decapitated because of you? Will they also return to kill us? Maybe the king himself will open his tomb to pull off my legs, since I still have them. Look, I understand that you're traumatized, you're angry, you're sad, but it's not our fault. I mean, some of it's our fault, but not your hand getting chopped off. That's not our fault. I'm sorry, son. I truly am. I'm sorry, too. Now, excuse me. I need to think of ways to waste the rest of this life of mine, which you have spared with your cruel mercy. You'd rather be dead. Is that it, son? We can draft officers. There's still hope simmering in some of the refugees. Let's do it. I mean, my son hates it. My son is, like, very hating it, but he was going to hate anything we did. So... Alright, we got some cannons. Alright, we got tons of troops now. Well, I mean, not really tons. The rebuilding has been completed. The printing house has been transformed into a field hospital. From now on, every time you lose a physician in a fight, you'll be able to recruit a new one here. Well, can't really... Oh, I can drop them in. So, where would I think is maybe the most likely to lose people? Maybe here. Because this, at least one here, I have a cannon to deal with. Field hospital, recruit a physician. Your residents, let's spend more time with their family. Let's build barricades, please. Takes us down to 4. 4 influence points. Alright, here we go. I mean, we can't drop anybody in, so... Can't take them out, can't drop them in. So let's just deal with, let's start with this one. With the cannons. I don't know who you are, but you have a bloody neck, sir. Large troops against large troops, defense against defense. 83% effectiveness on our side, 67% effectiveness on their side. So our tactics should be better than theirs. Okay, we have tons of... Oh, we have the artillery too. That's right. We could just entrench and let the artillery do something. Artillery attacks more lines while the rest of the rows switch to defense. That's not really important for us right now. We can just go in defense mode, but then the artillery doesn't attack at all. Neutral mode, suppressive fire. I think we suppressive fire. Yeah, so the artillery will attack the rear lines. The musketeers or whoever here will attack both lines, and it seems like the infantry just stands. Suppressive fire against defense, so they are going to attack our cannon. We did not take any of their people out in the first wave there. So our cannon is probably goners. Yep, there goes our cannon. It actually took a significant chunk out of us. Alright, without our cannon, here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking we just do a neutral attack. The musketeers go after the musketeers, and our troops just smash into their front lines. Neutral against defense. So they're just going to go for... They're going to take out our musketeers. Oh, they're not toast. Jeez, I was hoping that we'd be able to knock them out. Yeah, let's just go for maybe another neutral attack here. Looks like it's going to be the best on the indicators. At least the assumed best, because that doesn't take into account what they do. I mean, you're toast. Alright, we won. Maybe we should have had the... Maybe we should have had the physician here instead. Alright, here we go. 7 city guard and 5 levy en masse, 1 physician. They're going to do a lot of frontline assault, apparently. Because they're very aggressive. We need to remember that. They are aggressive, they like frontline assaults. Oh, they have cannons. Ah, snap. Physician. The physician treats your injured troops and provides a bonus to health points. Remember, if the troops die, the physician dies with them. Looks like that's a button to dispatch the medic, but we don't need to do that now. We need to attack the rear. We need to attack the 2. Yeah, there you go. Defense. Please hit the cannons hard. Defense against frontline assault. That's going to be bad for us. Oh, we only lost 1 infantry from the cannons. But we lost a lot of them right there. Oh, there goes their cannons. There probably goes our last man. I guess we should have dispatched the medic first. Suppressive fire. Yeah, let's do a little bit of suppressive fire. Let's dispatch the medic. I see you put them on a line. So if we put them on the front lines before, it would have been bad. Medic would have gotten wiped out. Okay, so they have no more shooters. And there goes the heal. And now, whatever we need to do to knock the most of these jokers out. Let's go a good frontline assault, perhaps. Frontline assault against frontline assault. 2 against 5. 1 against 5. There goes the heal. Alright, let's go. Maybe we should have been using the physician more often. And you're dead, sucker. Alright, we lost 7, but they lost 9. Alright, let's think about reinforcements. So here we have need for 8 people. Here we have need for 7 people. We have 2 artillery, so I'm going to put 1 artillery in each spot. There you go. 6 and 5. So you have 5 city guards, so that's your front line. Well, you're kind of both. Actually, you are mostly our artillery, not artillery, rifles. That's what I mean, rifles. Okay, so we can put a bunch of levy and moss in there. We can put infantry in there. You need 7 yourself, so you need more musketeers. Let's deal with this. Let's shore up your musketeers. There you go. So now you need 4. I'll give you 4. Give you 4 levy and moss there, maybe. And now we need 6 here, and we have 1 spot to do it. So it has to be 6 of 1 type. Can be infantry. Yeah, it's got to be the infantry. 6. There we are. I mean, we could have put levy and moss in there, but didn't see the... Oh, your guys are attacking back here too? How did you get back there? Crap, how did you flank me? Excuse me, sir? Well, that was unexpected. I did not expect them to come from the back. When did that happen? Well, I guess we need to put we need to put some people here then. Put some levy and moss over here. And fill in with some city guard, perhaps? And let's shore up these back lines as well, I guess. That's weird. How did they get in? Well, I'm sorry everyone that was living in this section. I don't see how they should have been able to do that. Let's end the day, please. Five more days before relief comes. Reputation +4. Act 3, Fraternité Day 7. This is where we will end the episode. Just as soon as it loads. Okay. I am sick. I need to take our son away from this I'm leaving. I need to take our son away from this sick city. Do not try to find us. So our wife has just left with our child. Well, you know, at least our child won't be bringing down our relationship with the revolutionaries anymore, if we can say anything good about that. Revolutionaries and common folk. Oh, this is going to be bad. Like, before I end the episode, I just want to see. If I give him death penalty, does that. If I quit him... Oh... It's not quite to 0. So I think we have to acquit. I think we have to try to acquit whoever this is. It's going to be bad for us, but we'll find out in the next episode, I think. So, thanks for joining me. Hope you enjoyed it, and hope to see you again next time.